Okay, this is going to be a fun one. This is how to get backlinks from Wikipedia, which sounds really impressive, and it is, to be honest, and it's really fun to do. So when you're getting backlinks, I've already talked about how you want it to be a high DA. You want to make sure that it's from an authoritative site. You want to make sure it's relevant content. You can get all of that from Wikipedia. And when you check their Moz DA, it's 98. So I will say this is a no-follow backlink. And typically a no-follow backlink does not provide SEO juice. However, it can provide some. So there's a few ways. So number one, even though it's no follow, you're going to be cited on Wikipedia, and people can come to your site from that citation. Oftentimes, people look at those citations to get statistics, to cite on their own site, to cite in papers. Like probably from a travel blog, you're less likely to get cited in someone's dissertation, and that doesn't really matter to you, but you could still get a click to your website, and that's important. Number two, even though you're telling Google it's no follow, not to pass the juice, Google often doesn't listen. Google is like a sassy teenager sometimes, and they don't always listen to the rules. They will check no follow links. They might not offer as much juice, but they will really, really do their best to pass through some juice to your site. So it can actually offer authority. It can also offer authority to that individual page so that that post can rank higher on Google because Wikipedia is citing it. And now there's a few things to be careful of here. Number one, you are not just going to go through Wikipedia, become an editor, and start adding random links to your site. They will get removed. You also don't want to do this and then create anchor text for yourself. You're going to want to find places where you already need citations on Google. Build that authority, and then maybe down the line, you might be able to add some more kind of in context or relevant anchor text links that you would prefer. But at the beginning, we're going to start by doing this for the sake of our users or for Wikipedia's users. So we're going to look at what Wikipedia already has and see how we can work with them. So this takes a little bit. We have, if you look at my tabs, you can see there's a few tabs we have open that we will need to work through. So we're going to do this together. And this is going to be something that you're probably going to want to watch once or twice while doing it with me. So you're not just going to sit there and like watch me do this and come back later and try to copy it. It takes a bit of work to do together. Okay, so when you're on Wikipedia, we're all familiar with it. We've written essays with it, even though we shouldn't have written essays with it. But you probably don't have an account yet. So you're going to want to create a free account. So when you go to create an account, it's very simple. Username, password. It's really all you need. When you're doing this, it does say to use a username. I don't recommend using your blog name as your username. So create something else, whether it's that like name that you used back when you were like on like MSN or something. I'm probably dating myself by saying that. But you're going to want to pick a username that you can remember. And like it says, usernames are public. So if you're writing these citations to your own site, it can look a little bit spammy if it's the name of your site being used. So I don't even use my name in it. Like sometimes people would put like, I don't know, Nina1 or something as a username back in the day. I put something completely different and then I use that. So it doesn't really matter what you choose. So give me a moment to log in and we will continue. Okay, so now that I'm logged in, it took me a moment, couldn't remember my password. You're going to want to start by providing value first and foremost. So this process takes some work. So first, you're going to want to reply or edit like 5 posts. And 5 posts preferably kind of in your niche of travel overall or the type of travel or your destination. Just make some minor edits, but do not be linking to your site during this process. You're really going to want to make sure that you are helping people and proving that you know what you're talking about during this time. So this is when you're going to want to go through. If you can remember a site that already is really good and needs some citations, like add, or that would help that citation, add it in. If you see a spelling mistake, if there's a fact you can add, go through and help. You also want to create your user page. It takes a few minutes. not hard to do. There's other posts about how to do that. That's not the focus of our talk right now. You're also going to want to look at ways to benefit other editors. So go through chats and make sure that you're connecting with people and, again, providing value. This is a slightly labor-intense strategy, but it helps a bit. So from there, once your account is up and going, and you're going to want to wait till it's about 30 days old. So you're going to want to pause and let this happen organically a little bit. That proves that you're legit. Once you hit that point, then you will be able to edit any Wikipedia page. So to do that, you could just walk into, I don't know, let's do this mountain pigeon thingamajig. I don't really know what a mountain pigeon is, but it looks a little bit crazy. Up here, you will see the source, edit source. Click on that. And here you go. You'll be taken to this editing page. So here you can see you are editing Wikipedia right now. You are editing it, and if you press publish changes, your changes will be publicly viewable immediately. You're allowed to edit any article. That's totally fine, but you want to make sure you're providing value. And you will see down here, it looks a little bit crazy. That's okay. Basically what I do is I look at the actual post separately, and then I open this editor in another window because you will see that there's a lot of HTML happening here. But let's say we want to cite something like the pale gray terminal band of the tail. I don't know. Well, whatever. You would just click cite up here, and you can use a template. So whether it's a web source, your blog, news, a book, or your journal, let's say it's the web. Click that. You can add the last name of the author, that's you, title of the website, or pardon me, of the page, your URL to that page, website name, access date. You want to try and add as much as you can here, just that way it's more legitimate as a citation. And then when you're done, you would just click insert. I'm not going to add one here. I don't want to break this because I don't know anything about pigeons. And then you can suggest, is this a minor edit? Or did you make a significant edit? And then here you have to justify why you made that edit. So noting why you added that link, that it's not spammy. This also is good for when you're first starting out. Maybe there was just a grammatical issue or a spelling error. Maybe there was a dead link that you wanted to replace with a new link to that same site. Like maybe they just changed the URL or something. And then you would click publish changes. You can also preview and show it first if you would prefer. You can also click watch this page to ensure that you get notifications if it's changed. I don't bother with that. I get too many emails as it is. But then once you hit publish changes, we're just going to go back. It would automatically update onto the Wikipedia page, and it would suddenly be in here. So the reasons that we're doing this is because then we get a reference like this down here. And that's why it's important to add all that information. You can see that some of them, this is a very good article, so we don't have many that are just one sentence. But we've got these big areas that really tell you about what that citation is. And that adds, again, more authority to you. It also adds to the fact that you're providing actual value to this post and not just adding a random link. So now, how do you find pages to add to that aren't about pigeons? Because we are not pigeon bloggers. I don't think. Maybe there's a niche for that. It's not my niche. I don't know. My dog chases pigeons, so I don't get a very good look at them. What you're going to do is you can see I've got a few more tabs open, and we're going to navigate to them now.